Hello all heroes and welcome back to Invincible Guarding the Globe, and today we're actually going to do a little bit of a discussion piece and kind of touch base here. First of all, to touch base, I'm currently on Season 2, Chapter 3, and getting stonewalled by this 74 million power stage here. It's not even that bad. I can technically beat it. The problem is time, because between Black Samson here and between Green Ghost, their immunity abilities are immense and very tough to get through. So we're working on that. Additionally, I did get Mark up to Omnipotent Plus. I am very, very pleased with that. So we're going to be getting him leveled up ASAP. And I have no doubt he will shoot right past Duplicate in no time at all. So very happy about that. But today, we're not going to be talking about Invincible. We're going to be talking about Duplicate and characters like Duplicate, because in my last video or second to last video rather, where I was discussing World Beyond characters to use for the Cecil's Nightmares event, I think I inadvertently created a little confusion regarding rare characters, because as one commenter did point out, I have said in the past that rare characters are pretty exclusively food. And that is correct mostly. And I do want to explain that. So, when I say rare characters, most idle gacha, idle RPG games are like this, but you'd usually have a roster of characters that are usually labeled in kind of a blue color here, considered rare characters. These are characters that are typically used to power up the elite characters. Usually, if let's say I want to power up a robot, Duplicates are one of the characters in Robot's faction, so I would use Duplicate to help power up my robot. Because they're in the same faction, Robot is stronger, more powerful, has more abilities. Rare characters also have fewer abilities. Duplicate here has only 3 abilities, whereas Robot and any elite character is sitting with a nice healthy 4. So, in my previous video, I specifically mentioned Flaxen Leader and Damien Darkblood as usable characters, and I can definitely see in hindsight how that can be a little confusing. It's like, are they options? Are they usable characters, or are they food? I would say From Worlds Beyond is a bit of a special case. Now, why do I say they're a special case? Well, first of all, From Worlds Beyond is an extremely new faction as far as getting their strength. When the game first released worldwide, they didn't have a single elite. They only had Alan, and they only had Flaxen Leader and Damien Darkblood as usable characters, and then Flaxen Soldier, who doesn't count. They didn't release Alan the Alien and Battle Beast until much later. And yet, we had a Cecil's Nightmare for specifically From World Beyond characters, which I don't know why the developers decided to choose violence on that one, but okay, sure. Now, I gave them as options because, quite frankly, there are no other options. I mean, for the most part, you're probably gonna have one Alan the Alien and one Battle Beast. That's 2. It doesn't really fill out a team of 5. So, I mean, I had to point out that Flaxen Leader and Damien Darkbloods were options, even though, for the most part, they are food. So, like, and there's another factor, too, where it's like, we had not 1, but 2 From World Beyond events, going with Alan the Alien, and then Battle Beast, and then we've actually had a lot of GDA alerts that grant From World Beyond characters. So, while it is heinously inefficient to build rare characters, these 2 are not quite as bad as some of these other factions. Like, me building up Duplicate, that one hurt, because to build up a rare character up to Omnipotent Plus, you have to keep in mind that to get an elite Duplicate, you need 9 characters, 3 of them being Duplicate herself, and then 6 other food characters to get her up to elite, and that's just one elite copy. So, when I say that they're food, they don't have to be. but they really should be. There's a whole lot of characters I could have built up instead of Duplicate here. That probably would have served me better, but I like Duplicate. I think she's cool in the game. She's got a basically summoning and copy ability. I think her kit's really neat, even if it isn't as good as I thought it was at the time. Still, it's cool. But Damien Darkblood and Flaxen Leader are a little bit of a special case because the options for From Worlds Beyond is just so slim. I mean, like I said, you got 2 characters, there's not even a proper healer. There's not a whole lot, so when I recommend them as options for Cecil's Nightmares, it's pretty much because there's no other choice. Like, okay, let's say in an alternate timeline, the faction requirement was for Earth's Defenders. There's so many options. I would never touch Martian Man, Darkwing, Aquarius. I would never in a million years recommend these 2 characters because, quite frankly, there's options. You have Invincible, you have Adam Eve, you have Omni-Man, you have War Woman, Red Rush, Green Ghost. That faction has options. Same goes for the GDA faction, although it's a little bit tighter. They still do have at least 5. Criminals is a little tight. We're at 4 right now, but we are going to be getting Angstrom Levy pretty soon, I'm sure, and that will round it out. From Worlds Beyond, there was just no options. I was truly shocked to see that they chose violence on that one. So when I say that they're options, don't take that as a sign that you have to build Damien Darkblood, because he's fine. He's all right for a rare, but sooner or later this faction will get fleshed out. There is no shortage of other alien characters. Viltrumites, I assume, would be from Worlds Beyond, because frankly they'd be a little weird as criminal characters, because I feel like they're kind of a step above criminal, kind of like Battle Beast, where even though he is a villain, he's really not a criminal because of his significance and the fact that he is very much an alien. Now, sometimes they're a little confusing on that one, like Martian Man, for example, here is an Earth's Defender, not from Worlds Beyond. But sometimes you just gotta get past the semantics of it and not worry about it. So, are these characters food? Yes. But you could do whatever you want. If you want to build Duplicate, or you want to build a Damien Darkblood, go to town. Just know that you are taking the game at hard mode, because they are expensive to build. Duplicate here, and I fast-tracked it with, like, the packs, where you can get like 9 of each character for GDA, because you can get like the 9 duplicates, the 9 Rexplodes, the 9 Black Samsons. I fast-tracked this because you can get faction packs for a relatively decent price, all things considered. Had I not done that, no, this would have taken a small eternity. So just know what you're getting into. And like I said, the only reason I even brought them up is because I had no choice. There's just simply no options. Not that you even have to worry about it. I mean, the loot here is cool. You get the lab coins and stuff if you can get somewhere with it. But you don't have to worry about it. You really don't. If you're not exactly hitting the top spots, you can still get a little bit of loot from the first 5 stages. Don't stress over it. Just build your elites, and keep in mind that in the future, there will be more Cecil's Nightmare stages that do have restrictions. But rest assured, they're not likely to be quite as painful as the From Worlds Beyond restrictions, because there's just nobody. I mean, you have to count Flax and freaking Soldier to even say that they have a full team of unique characters. And yeah, that's a little nuts. I don't know why the devs chose violence on that one. I mean, it gives me chuckles, that's for sure. I mean, I love a good chuckle every now and then. I mean, I think it's really goofy and funny. But the fact that they did that is a little insane. I wish you could see what stage the top people are actually at, because I'd love to know if they actually got anywhere near the stage 25. I bet they didn't, but I'd be super curious to know. But that's just something I wanted to clear up. Are rare characters food? Yes, they are food. Damien Darkblood and Flaxen Leader were a special case because there's freaking no other options. But if you want to build them up into a full-fledged character, go for it. It's your prerogative. You do whatever the heck you want. As long as you're having fun with the game, it literally does not matter. That's the most important thing. Have fun, have a good time. You want to have a team of omnipotent plus rare characters? Go for it. Just know it will take you probably a lifetime to get those characters powered up, and go in with that expectation. So yeah, just want to clarify that one. They are food, but they're food you can have fun with if you want. And going forward, we'll probably get From Worlds Beyond characters added to the roster, so we won't be put in that situation again. So yeah, hopefully we'll get some more Cecil's Nightmares in the future. I have got a newly christened Omnipotent plus Invincible that I would love to throw in some stuff. So yeah, hopefully we'll get something soon for that, and we shall see you next time. Have a good one.